Metro Transit says new security measures are helping to reduce crime for bus and light rail passengers. It also hopes a new code of conduct policy could improve the rider experience.
We hear from property owners along the lines, from the airport personnel, from people who use our facilities that we're improving. We're not where we need to be, but we are definitely making a headway.
Transit officials say the new code of conduct policy sets clear expectations for transit customers. Non-police officials will be able to issue citations for riders that violate the code. Police can then deal with riders that continue to cause issues. Officials said it should free up police to investigate serious crimes. Meanwhile, Transit Police Chief Ernest Morales III says crime is trending down at the Brooklyn Center Transit Center. He said private security and social service providers like A Mother's Love are helping.
Brooklyn Center Transit, when we got there, everybody came there to fight. So we've been there consistent.
The Met Council approved the new code of conduct policy at its December 13th meeting. An organization hired earlier this year by Brooklyn Park to curb violence is now facing a state lawsuit for providing private security without a license. The city withdrew its contract with Men in Black after learning the group was under state investigation. The Minnesota Board of Private Detective and Protective Agent Services denied the firm a license in 2021 because one of the applicants were convicted of illegally possessing a gun. The board alleges that Men in Black continued to provide security services over the next 2 years, despite not having a license. The board filed a lawsuit earlier this month requiring the company to either comply with state law or to stop providing security.
The Minnesota policymakers, the Minnesota legislature has long ago said if you're going to provide a security function, we want to make sure of the quality of the people who are engaged in this behavior. Just like we don't let criminals become police officers, and we require our police officers to be properly trained and vetted and held accountable. That's the purpose of licensing private security.
Men in Black did not reply to a message seeking comment. However, they told CCX News earlier this year they don't believe they need a license for the type of work they do. The city of Plymouth has denied a liquor license to the new owner of a popular restaurant. The owner of Lucky Street Thai restaurant had applied for a wine and 3-2 beer license. However, a criminal background check revealed the new owner has a felony conviction on his record, as well as a long history of run-ins with police. In his plea to the council, the owner stated how he's a changed person.
For me right now, I've never been so sure what direction I'm going, and this is everything to me right now. I mean, I just want to give back to the city of Plymouth what they're giving me now.
The Plymouth City Council voted to deny the license. State statute requires liquor license applicants to be free of felony convictions within the last 5 years. It's budget time for local cities. That includes the city of New Hope. This week, the New Hope City Council approved a tax levy of more than $20 million. That's a more than 5% increase over last year. This year's levy will help build cash reserves for future facility needs. For homes valued between $175,000 and $500,000, the increase would amount to additional property taxes of between $29 and $93 per household. What better way to celebrate the holiday season than with a Christmas classic? For today's Weekend Showcase, we'll introduce you to the cast of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jr.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose.
It's the story we all know and love.
You would even say it close.
This weekend, Shooting Stars Productions is sharing Rudolph Jr. with audiences.
It gives people just that warm, cozy Christmas feeling that people tend to need this time of the year.
Shooting Stars was founder Steph Caron's childhood dream.
When I was 12 years old, I really wanted to put together a play with kids just in my neighborhood.
30 productions later, kids are keeping that dream alive.
I just love being in this play.
Some kids join us from when they're in elementary school up until when they're in high school. And so to see the growth that takes place, even from just one show to the next, is absolutely amazing.
I love this Christmassy time of year. Everyone looking forward to that magical night.
Kids like Anaya Lindman, who plays Sam the Snowman.
I've performed Silver and Gold and Holly Jolly Christmas, and I get to do a Rudolph intro, which is pretty fun.
Well, you may not believe it, but the
the world almost missed Christmas.
She's been a part of the theater company since she was 5.
I remember I was super nervous and just a huge stage and a lot of audience, but I had a lot of fun doing it.
Santa's lead reindeer, Donner, had just become a proud papa.
Anaya's progress
Yeah, I think I got more confidence during the years ever since.
is one of Karan's many joys.
My absolute favorite part is seeing the kids grow in confidence and positive self-esteem.
Another is spreading Christmas cheer. She hopes families walk away inspired.
Shooting Stars Rudolph productions start this Saturday and run through next Saturday at Ellison Playhouse in Crystal. More information on tickets and showtimes can be found on our website, ccxmedia.org. Finally, this segment, the spirit of the season, captured by the North Hennepin Community College Concert Band. We'll leave you with the sounds of their December concert.
The Wayzata and Benilde St. Margaret's boys hockey teams are each off to terrific starts this season. They went head-to-head in a top 10 matchup Thursday. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
The Red Knights 5-0 coming into Thursday night. The Trojans also undefeated at 5-0, setting up a great Section 6 AA matchup. BSM strikes first in the first period. Mason Stenger, Rister, Red Knights in front. Wayzata answered back before the period was over. Cade Day St. Hubert near the slot. Nice feed from Luke Miller. To start the second, Junior Podine shuffles one in 5-hole to put Benilde back in front. Trojans respond. They got on a 5-on-3 raised wall-in dump-off to Finn Day St. Hubert. That lights the lamp. The Trojans took the lead later in the second, but BSM had an answer. Stenger to Cameron Kirshner. Goal for the Red Knights. It was 3-3 after 2. The third period belonged to Wayzata. The Trojans score 3 unanswered goals coming from Carson Clark, Miller, and Eli Moldy. Wayzata picks up a big 6-3 win over Benilde.
Those big wins build culture and build so fun for us. It really brings us team together and it creates bonding and memories. And when it comes later in the season, we had some adversity and these type of wins. We know we've been there, we were down early, and we know we can come back.
In Plymouth, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
It was an early season gymnastics showdown in the Lake Conference Thursday when defending conference champion Hopkins faced perennial power Wayzata. John Jacobson has the highlights.
Just the second meet of the season for the Royals and the third of the year for the Trojans. Hopkins starts on the uneven bars, and Royals senior Annabelle Spears is outstanding. She lands with a score of 9.3 on her way to winning bars, along with vault and floor and the all-around title with a mark of 37.525. Spears' teammate Nia Simone Britt finished third in the all-around and second on both beam and vault here with a score of 9.45. The Royals won both vault and floor. But Wayzata was a little better on both bars and beam. Michaela Lundvall turned in the best score for the Trojans on the bars with a 9.25. She was second in the all-around to Spears. Kylie Ufile of Wayzata won the balance beam in this meet. A score of 9.3 for the junior, one of 3 Trojans to score 9.1 or better in the event. Wayzata's Ashley Moyenga finished tied for second in the floor exercise. Her score is 9.275. It's a very close meet, and Wayzata wins it, 142.8 to 142.25 for Hopkins. In Plymouth, John Jacobson, CCX Sports.
The Armstrong wrestling team has a new head coach this winter. The Falcons met up with Blaine Thursday as part of a tri-meet. Former Armstrong wrestler Kurt Newberger, the Falcons' new head coach, as his team faces Blaine as part of a tri-meet. After the Bengals win the first 2 matches at 121 pounds, Andrew Ankeny of Armstrong gets the pin against Luke Brady as the Falcons pull within 10-6. Blaine's Max Brady returns the favor in the next match at 127, pinning Isaac Nagel as the Bengals go on a run of wins to build their lead. At 145, Damian Thompson locks on the cradle for the Bengals and gets the fall over Abe Beckert. Former Osseo standout Josh Prokosh and his Blaine team lead at 34-6. Armstrong senior Eli Hattin starts a run of 3 wins in 4 matches for the Falcons as he gets the pin in the 152-pound matchup. They're down 34-12 at this point. Avery Oseth of the Falcons leans back on the cradle and eventually pins Sully Borat to make it 40-22, but Blaine wins 46-28. Armstrong also lost a close one to Champlin Park at the meet. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Check out the Armstrong Cooper Girls Hockey Tournament on December 28th through the 30th at the New Hope Arena. Find out more at ccxmedia.org under Cities and New Hope.